It's Wednesday, December 14th. This is a pre-opening SPY report about an hour to go before the open. You can see after this red kind of failure day that gapped up and moved down all session long, closed red. Pre-market action is sitting here very narrow near the bottom of the red bar. We do have a Federal Reserve announcement and then various there'll be some discussion after that, and that should bring some volatility in the afternoon. So you really don't want to be in the market at that point until after that settles in. So it's just going to be the morning trade, and quite frankly, there's no major bias at this point. If you really look at the bigger picture, as I discussed yesterday in the closing video, we have a big range here on the weekly chart. We're right in the middle of the range. So when in the middle of the range, anything can happen. You can break out to the downside and then fail, and then come right back up. You can try to break to the upside and fail and come right back down. So any trade you have to take in this environment, on the day trading environment, here's the pre-market range. Any breakout above, you have to, take it, I guess, but then know that if you don't get the follow through you're expecting, it can come right back down. And the same thing on the downside if you don't really get the follow through. So it's a type of environment where you just know you got to really keep your stops pretty tight. You got to look for immediate continuation if some kind of price pattern develops here. And if you don't get it, just be ready to exit quickly, more quickly than other times when you have higher conviction. The only thing I would say in terms of conviction is typically when you try to break out of a range and fail, you go to the opposite end of that range. So that's what happened yesterday. We tried to break out to the upside, big red bar. You'd expect to test a little bit lower. So if the market being inside of yesterday's bar, it seems to offer an opportunity to get short on any 15, opening price action that starts down, and at least kind of test this pre-market low and yesterday's low, and then kind of see from there. So that's where we're at. Maybe, like I said, after today's Federal Reserve announcement, which everyone's expecting, I guess, 50 basis points, then maybe things will open up a little bit in terms of what direction the market really wants to go, up or down. In the end, on the monthly chart, I still see us trying to work up from last month, although we're red at the moment. So, you got to keep that until we really get above that high of yesterday. We're not going to the monthly chart, it hasn't turned up yet. And the weekly chart has a 2-up week that reached its target and then came down. So that's why you can't really be comfortable that we're going to be following through higher, even though we're green. So I guess the bias is a little bit to the downside, just given this failure at the top of a range, which could mean we can be heading all the way to the bottom. And if that happens, we'll see if we paused here and then maybe start up again finally, or is that going to be a final breakout to the downside? So let's just see where it goes today. We'll look for some kind of morning trades and just kind of try to treat them a little tighter than usual if we don't get immediate follow through.